Okay, so let's get to it. So bringing the shins forward and the heels away from each other. And move the flesh of the buttocks away from the bones if you are sitting on the sit bones. And start to be attentive to how you are, how when you make an adjustment, what happens in the body. Take your fingertips by the sides and without pressing down, but just lift the navel, lift the chest up, open and spread the collarbones from center to sides, rolling the outer shoulders back and down, the shoulder blades deep and against the back ribs. Tucking the chin in slightly, lifting up through the crown of the head to the ceiling. And with the breath out, just allow yourself to become heavy. With each next breath out, letting go a little more. Allow the gravity to pull you down from the inside. Feeling the contact between the base of the body and the floor. Softening the groins. And just really surrendering yourself to the downward force of gravity, the breath out. And then as you slowly begin to press the tips of the fingers down, and I'll also begin to feel the upward force from the ground up. That sucking up action in the palms of the hands, in the armpits, in the ribs. So the downward and the upward forces balance each other. And trying to find the position of ease. So also making sure the body is not leaning forward or backwards, but that you are respecting the alignment with the gravity. Yeah. And then you use as little muscular effort as you can just to stay upright. And then from that place, place your hands in front of you, roots of your thumbs against the chest, fingers slightly away from the chest wall. And feel the skin of the palms expanding from the center of the palms out to the sides, like a starfish. Closing the eyes from top to bottom, looking away from the thinking brain down towards the heart center. Taking few breaths through there, and just see how that feels, how it changes the way you perceive yourself, breathing through the heart. And then after the next breath in, we'll do the 3 Oms together in your own time. As you exhale, bow the head down, surrendering again the brain to the heart. Release the hands to your thighs and listen to the resonance of sounds. And as you breathe in, lift the head up and open the eyes. And stretch the legs forward. And you can cross the legs the other way. So we are just going to start with coming forwards. Okay, so have whatever you need for your head. And as you inhale, stretching the arms forward and up, lengthening the sides of the body, extending from the hips all the way through the tips of the fingers. And then with that spaciousness you've created, then come forward, but lead with the chest, extend through the tips of the fingers, reaching forwards, keeping the arms straight, and lifting the ribs up. And then from there, take your fingers down, pulling the fingers towards you, lift through the front, and then from there, then come forward more. And then maybe lower down still, if you can. But with the breath out, soften the buttocks. And with the breath in, keep lengthening, keep walking the fingers forward, trying to lengthen through the front body. And as you inhale, coming back to center. And take your knees up, stretch the legs forward. And bend the knees, and again, cross the other way. And once more, take the arms forward, palms down this time, up towards the ceiling. Extend and lengthen, and really lifting the waist. That's the most difficult part to lift, so keep lifting the waist. And then from there, start to come forward, go halfway, extend through the tips of the fingers, lengthen forward, reach forward, but at the same time sitting heavily down in your buttocks. And then from there, take your hands down, pull towards you, lengthen through the front body, and then from there, slide the hands forward, taking the head down. And with the breath out, softening the buttocks, with the breath in, again, lengthening forwards. Finding the balance between letting go, but still expanding, extending. So finding that inner dynamic that is always there when we do yoga. And as you inhale, then come back to center. And then stretch the legs forward. And now sitting on a break. So have one break to sit on and the other for your head. For Adho Mukha Virasana, but in this way. So the knees are together, feet are by the sides of the hips. And moving the flesh of the calves from behind the knees back as you sit down. And having the brick in front of you for your head. So first sitting heavily on your sit bones. Yeah, so see if you feel even on both sitting bones. It should be because it's symmetrical, but sometimes the pelvis is a little out of whack. I know for me also sometimes it doesn't feel even. Just see how it is. Then from there, lengthening forward, navel, chest lifting. And then coming forward, but keep the buttocks down as you go. And really, I want you to feel that rolling of the groin back. Yeah. So the way the position of the legs is, you are rolling the thighs from outside to the inside. We're going to use that movement a lot today. So feel the groins moving back and moving down. And slowly extending forward through the tips of the fingers even more if you can. And then from there, you can take your toes under, catching hold of the sides of the mat, coming into hanumanasana. So as you push the mat, lengthening back and start to lift the buttocks up high, straightening the legs, pushing the mat, lengthening the sides of the body, lifting the buttocks as high as you can. And just feeling how you are. And like you did when we were down on the floor, I want you to feel the groins, the inner groin, really strongly moving back. So extend from the index finger side, the mount of the index fingers, the inner wrists, the inner elbows, inner shoulders, all the way up to the groin. And the groins are moving straight back. Yes, the thighs are rolling from the outside to the inside. And as you exhale, you can bend the knees and come down. And so now, get yourself a blanket, and you may need to sit higher. So sitting with the legs wide, if that's difficult, you might sit higher, maybe having a block and then a blanket, and make it square. But if you are near on the floor, then just the corner of the blanket is a good idea. Underneath the tail. So I have it like this, as a corner. Yeah, that I sit on. Yeah, so just on the corner, so it helps me to lift the tailbone up. And then taking the feet wide apart, and it's hanumanasana. Let yourself settle there and just see how you are. Are you leveled on the pelvis? And feel that you're on the center of each heel. And just feel how the knees are. So the kneecaps should be looking straight up towards the ceiling. And very often they are not. Very often they kind of roll out as the feet are rolling out. So I want you to be on the center of each heel. And then one hand at a time, we're going to take one hand, so take the right hand, and taking it above the knee, about 1/3 of the thigh. And then with your fingers, rolling the flesh from outside to the inside. And really trying to get the inner knee down. So, yeah. So it's a healthy action for the knee. The inner knee down because it wants to lift in the pose. Just see how that feels. Yeah, so helping the knee to come to a better alignment, and that way you're also going to be better on the center of the heel. And then do the same with the other hand. Yeah, so about 1/3 up from the knee, 1/3 of the thigh, and then rolling the flesh from outside to the inside, like so, and then pressing the inner knee down with your hand. See what changes. And then when you're doing the other leg, what is the first leg doing? Are you in the world of duality, where you do one thing and you forget the other, doing the opposite? Yeah. So through the practice, we are still in the fluctuations of consciousness, where we don't go to the opposite, but we stay still eventually. Yeah? The awareness is still. There are no fluctuations. Right? And then let's do both sides at the same time. So you're rolling the flesh from outside in with both hands. Yeah. From outside to the inside, pressing down. Navel, chest is lifting, shoulders back. You see how that feels if you are coming more on the center of each heel. And also feel if that makes your groins go down. Yeah. So your groin area, like we did a moment ago, should be really heading down. Yeah, so I want you to stay there for a little, because I want that awareness to stay there throughout the class, at least. And then from there, stretching the arms forward and up to the ceiling, but nothing changes to the thighs. So they should still be rolling from outside to the inside. The inner knees are pressing down against the floor, lengthening the sides of the body, keeping the arms straight as best you can. Yeah, so can you still keep that awareness there where the hands were a moment ago? That's the question. As you breathe out, and you can take your arms down, and then we're going to slowly just take the feet closer towards each other. As you do that, can you still get that same action of the inner knees moving down, the thighs rolling from outside in? And then again, taking them a little closer, thighs roll from outside in. And it does become a little more challenging when the feet come towards each other. Just notice that. Yeah, so we are becoming more sensitive through the practice to see what's what. Yeah, so can you still maintain the inner knees down towards the floor? All right, and then you can release, and we're going to come into hanumanasana. hands. Just sit the hands down flat. And start with your feet wide. So as wide, maybe a little wider even than the mat. So real wide dog pose. And again, so with those imaginary hands, pushing the lower thighs back, the inner thighs, moving back, the inner knees, moving back, the groins moving back. See how that feels. And then we are going to slowly take the feet closer towards each other. Yeah? But start with the feet wide apart. And be sensitive to how it is. Yeah, so still imagine that the hands are the gentle hands on your thighs rolling from outside in. The inner knees are moving back. Buttocks go up and back. You're breathing. All right, and then you're going to take your feet close towards each other. Don't come down. Sorry, I was going to say that, but no. Just take your feet closer towards each other. And see if you can still keep the inner thighs moving back. Thighs roll from outside in, still. And see if it feels a little more difficult with the feet closer together. I guess so, yes. I guess the answer is yes, but can you feel that for yourself? Take your feet even closer together and still rolling the inner thighs back. So your groin area is moving back too. Breathing, soft, smooth breaths. All right, and as you breathe out, you can bend the knees and come down. And we are going to lie on the back. Get yourself a brick and a belt. So you've got your brick that way. Yeah, can you see? Against the wall, and then a belt. And so I've got my left foot on the brick. I'm going to bend my right knee, taking the belt around the foot and stretching the leg up towards the ceiling, but at the same time pressing the left foot down on the brick and then going as far as I can in Supta Parangustasana. Yeah. So that brick is helping you to push the heel down. Okay, so just this much. All right, so bending your right knee up, belt around the foot, and stretch the leg up to 90, but at the same time, so really pressing your left heel down against the brick and extending up through your right heel, and still remembering what that felt like with the hand on your lower thigh pushing you back. Yeah. Breathing. Leg is straight, Marianne, straight leg. And really pressing sharply the left heel down against that brick. Yeah, the left heel is down sharp. See what that brick is helping you with. What way does it help you? All right, and then you can release, bend your knee. Move that brick to your right side underneath your right foot. And then bending your left knee up. Belt around the foot, and then stretching the leg straight up towards the ceiling, extending through the heel. Ball up the big toe. But again, the thigh is moving back, and the inner thigh especially is moving back. So again, the inner knee is is moving back. Yeah. And pressing sharply down with your right heel. Right heel sharply down. Shoulders back. The phone is obviously not ideal. If you could find something bigger, that would be better for you. All right, and then as you exhale, you can bend the knee and take the belt off. And from there, we are going to stand up for a bit. And we are going to do warrior number 1, preparation first. We are really going to focus on that movement of the thigh and the groin. So first, with your knees straight, you're going to step your right foot forward, your left foot back. You're going to rotate the hips. You're going to take the thumb in the crease of your back, so your left crease of the buttock, and you're going to roll it from outside it really, really well. So that your hips are not kind of like this, but they are really turning to the side. Yes, when you're going to the right side, the left groin really turns from inside out at the back. Yes, can you see that at the back? So I put my thumb like this in my buttock. Yeah, roll it that way. Okay, so just that first. So step the feet wide. So you've got your right foot forward first, left foot back, and the back foot is turned well in. So you're working in that frontal plane. Yeah, so it's not like Trikonasana, it's Virabhadrasana 1. Have your feet quite wide, and then taking your left thumb in the crease of your left buttock and rolling it from inside out at the back. Really, really well. Yeah, so really quite strongly. And as you do that, then the left hip comes forward and the groin is moving back. And then you will feel it, hopefully, in the hip flexors of the back leg. In the left thigh is where you will feel it if you do this right. Yeah. So both groins are moving back. All right, and then you can step the feet back together. And then changing sides. Taking your left foot forward and the right foot back. The back foot is turned in, well aimed in about 80-degree angle. Taking your thumb, in the crease of your right buttock. And really turning it at the back from inside out with the thumb, from inside out. And do a strong action like that, strong action. Don't stick your bum back though, Michelle. Yeah. So as you do that, lift from the groins, lift. So don't let the belly collapse forward. It has to lift. Yeah. So until you really, really feel that the hips are leveled with the front. So it's a very important movement for that pose, that hanumanasana that I am threatening you with. Do you know what it is? Did you go Google it, what it is, if you don't remember? Hanuman is the monkey that leaped from one mountain to the next. Anyway, we come back to that. All right, so then you can release. Take your feet together and get yourself a belt. And we will do the same, or similar one more time, but this time the full pose. Belt, though, will be more effective. So you're gonna have a loop around the back leg, so it's gonna be your left leg, yeah, and high up. So I'm gonna but it's important that the loop is this way, yeah, on the back leg. So I can pull the same as I was pulling with the thumb, yeah, so at the back it's from this way, from the inside to the outside. You get me? So if the buckle was the other way, it kind of, you would be working against yourself. Yeah. And with that, start doing the feet together. Bend your knees, taking the left foot back again, right foot forward, and then I'm gonna pull the belt, yeah, pulling from inside out. So really feel it in the groin area. Yeah? And then with that, I'm going to keep pulling and also bending the front knee, making a right angle as much as possible. Yeah? As I'm pulling, so the hips are facing forward and the front leg is in the right angle. It's easier said than done then. Yeah, so let's see. So but the belt is on the back leg, not the back leg. Marianne, is it on the back leg? I can't have my glasses, but yeah, it is. Okay, yeah. And like where you had the thumb, so it's the crease of the buttock that you want to turn. So start with the buckle on the inside at the back, and then turn it around. Yeah. And so if you do it right, it will be very effective, but it has to be done right. Yeah. Yeah, so really pulling. So don't bend the front knee just yet, but just do that first bit, just pulling the belt from outside in, also at the back from inside out, obviously, so that your left hip is coming around. And then keep your hand very close to the leg. So see, when I did it, I was touching my thigh. Yeah. And then with that, keep doing that as you bend your front knee. Go try and make a right angle. Keep pulling that belt. Back leg is straight, don't worry, back leg straight. Yeah, lift from the lower belly. Keep pulling that belt at the same time. So it's a struggle of trying to bend the knee and also at the same time keeping the hips level, isn't it? Because when you bend the front knee, the back thigh wants to go back. You don't want that. You want to avoid that for what's coming today. Back leg straight and try and keep your heel down. Yes, don't collapse the back thigh. A few more moments. And then come up. And you can step the feet back together. Put your belt to the other leg. Yeah, so making sure that, again, the buckle is moving along that crease, the back of the crease from inside out. So that's the direction of your belt buckle, right? And now stepping your right foot back and your left foot forward, and your belt is on the back thigh, high up. Yeah, turning it from outside in, so from inside out at the back. Yeah, until you really get the hip to turn around. So it's your right hip that needs to come forward more, but the groin is moving back. All right, then from there, begin to bend the front knee, making a right angle, but keeping the back leg turning around at the same time. So how much can you bend the front knee while not losing the back thigh? So you have to kind of strongly pull on the belt as you bend the front knee more. It's a different experience. And when we do it, we don't pay too much attention to it. But today I want you to really pay attention. All right, and then inhale, come up. You can keep your belt on you need it now on your left leg. So maybe that was the right one. No, yeah, sorry. The belt's gonna be the same way on your left leg now, right? Use it one more time for Supta Parangustasana, but let me show you which way. So you're going to lie down one more time. You've got the breath underneath the sacrum, and you're going to extend through your left heel, And I've put the belt on that leg that's down. This one is going to be lifting. But yeah, so you can keep it bent to start. You're leveled on the sacrum and you've got that belt pulling. Yeah, and your hand is pulling that belt around your left thigh the same way. Then bending your right knee up and then straighten the. Now see, so you can use your hand to pull the knee up even higher, because the higher the knee goes, then when I let go of it and I aim to bring the foot high, yeah, if you start and the knee is there, then you end up going that way. So if you lift the knee up, the higher it goes, the higher the leg will go there. At the same time, pulling the belt. Okay? Try. So did you see which way the break is? So it's under the sacrum, and it's like this. Yeah, it's that way. So it's not on the high edge, it's on the lower, but it's the narrow bit up. Yeah, like that. Lie down first, then put it underneath the sacrum. And so straighten both legs first, especially your left leg. You're in the center of the heel and pull the belt around. So now you can bend your right knee up. And with that belt around your left thigh, yeah, so keep pulling it from outside in, yeah, towards the front. That's very high. Who's that? Tori. The brick is high, I think. It's on the lower. Oh, no, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. It just looked to me. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see it properly. All right. And then, so bend your knee up, lift your foot off the floor, and with your right hand, let the knee come up higher towards the chest, as high as you can get it. Before you straighten the leg, your knee has to come up as high as it can. At the same time, keep reaching through your left heel, reaching through the left heel, and using that belt to pull it around. Yeah. So the crease of the buttock from inside to the outside again, like before. And then from there, begin to straighten the right leg up, but aim high with the heel, aiming high with that heel. Is it straight? Yeah, so Michelle, take the leg up and extend through the heel, thigh moves away from you. Again, the groin is rolling back. And extending through your left heel. Straight leg, Tori. The top leg is straight. And as you exhale, you can bend your knee, take your foot down, and then bend the other leg and take your belt off and change sides. So you want the belt now on your right thigh. And so the buckle is facing along that crease of the buttock, the back of the crease of the buttock from inside out, and the front thigh from outside in. Yeah, and then hold it close with your hand. Be in position, so extend through your right heel with toes up, and you can bend the other legs. You can bend your left knee up. Keep your foot on the floor for start. Keep your left foot on the floor, just bend the knee. And with your hands, so grab the buttock, grab the belt and pull it around. So really help it with your hand, yeah? Keeping the hand close and really pulling it. So I really want you to feel that rotation and what it does and how important that is, how it changes everything, okay? The belt is on the leg that's down, yeah? And then bending your left knee up, close to the chest, pull it towards you with the hand, with your left hand this time. And then keeping the knee high towards your head as you straighten the leg straight up towards the ceiling. So when you straighten the leg, you want to keep the thigh high. Don't let it go back. It will want to do that, yeah. So it's an action that we learn for splitting legs, for example, in fancy back bends, yeah. This is the start of that kind of action where you split the legs and you are in a slight back bend there. Yeah, so straighten the leg, Tori. Let me see you. Straighten it fully. See the way it's going back? It has to come up more. It's not that easy. And as you exhale, bend your knee, take your foot back down, and you can take your belt away. We will do this one more time, just without the belt. Just remembering what that felt like. Yeah. One more time. So extending through your left heel, bending your right knee. But first, imagine the belt is still around your left thigh, rolling it. Yes, the crease from inside out. And then bending your right knee up well. And pull it up even higher with the hand, with your right hand. And then from there, as you exhale, stretch the legs straight up towards the ceiling. Yeah, extending up high through the heel. Be sharp with both heels, sharp with both heels. So your left leg is straight. All right, then you can bend your knee, change sides, straighten both legs. And then bending your left leg. Yeah, first imagining that belt still rolling, that right thigh strongly, the grease of the buttock from inside out at the back. All right, and then bend your left knee up, take your foot off the floor. And with your hand, grab the knee, pull it up even higher towards your chest, even higher. The higher it goes, the better. And then from there, keeping it high as you straighten the leg straight up towards the ceiling. Extend through the heel and extend through your right heel. So Sheila trying to straighten the top leg. Everybody also. Okay, then as you exhale, you can bend your knee, take your foot down, and then bend both knees, lift the buttocks, take your brick away, come down, rolling to the right side, and stand. Let's stand up for a moment. We're going to do Virabhadrasana 1 again. But you've got your foot on a brick, and now you're facing the wall, right? So you're gonna have the right foot first on the brick, and I'm gonna step my left foot back, and you're gonna want to use the thumb to roll the buttock from it's all the same, it's the same action. Yeah, and once I get there, then I maintain, I press the fingers against the wall, and then I'm going to bend the front knee, but not bending the arms, remember. Yeah, so bending the knee, but not doing this, because you want to lift from the lower belly. Yeah, and then stretching the arms up towards the ceiling. Okay. So first have your right foot on that brick, taking the left foot well back, taking the heel in slightly. And so again, have that to remind yourself, have your thumb in the crease of your left buttock and really rotating it from inside out. Yeah. So you take your left hip forward, so your hips are leveled with one another as much as you can. So really, really leveled. Once you have it, then take your fingertips to the wall. Keeping the arms straight, but be on the tips of the fingers with the arms straight. And then as you exhale, you can bend your right knee, make your right angle, but upper body upright. So don't bend your arms. Some of your arms I can't see, but see that your arms are straight. No cheating, straight arms, but your hands are, Marianne, in front of you. Yeah, not up. I don't know where your hands are, can't see them. Take them down lower. Yeah, and then arms are straight and you're bending the front knee. So there's a bit of a struggle to do that. It shouldn't feel easy. Yeah, navel, chest is lifting and still the hips are leveled. And then from there, let go of the wall and stretch the arms straight up towards the ceiling without collapsing the abdomen forwards, just reaching straight up. Can you still keep the front leg in a right angle? And that crease of the buttock rolling from inside out of the back. The outer hip is moving forward, the groin is moving back. All right, and then take your arms back down and come back up. And change sides, so have the break for your left foot. Stepping your right foot well back. Taking the heel in slightly. And again, so take the thumb and the crease of your right buttock. The crease of the buttock, Marianne, with the thumb. Where's the crease of the buttock? That's the hip. Below, it's below. It's where the buttock has a crease. Yeah, and there, that's the area, yeah. And then rolling it from inside out, that's it. Until the hips are leveled. Right. And then take your hands forward, be on the tips of the fingers. Pressing the tips of the fingers against the wall, and then as you exhale, bend the front knee. But don't bend the arms. The arms are staying straight. Keep bending the front knee, making a right angle. And then from there, stretch the arms straight up towards the ceiling, extending up through the arms. You're not, once you collapse the front, the abdomen forward, you will feel it in your low back. You don't want that, you want to lift. And still the right hip is coming forward, the groin is moving back. And then as you then stretching the arms up, if you haven't done so yet, or have you done that already? Okay, take your arms back down and come up. Step your feet down. Okay, so now I'm going to do this. So we're going to work on dog with head up a little bit, just to get that lift from both groins. So what I have here is 2 blocks, and then the bolster on top. And 2 breaks for my hands. And I am going to come into hanumanasana. Then from there, going forward, hanumanasana. I want to kind of be behind the bolster a little bit. And shoulders back, lifting, lengthening. So I'm sliding back a little, so I want to feel the lift in the glutes. So now, yeah, so what you were doing, you were kind of doing that one leg at a time, now both legs, both groins are lifted. Okay, let's try. So be slightly with the groins behind the bolster is what I'm trying to say, not on top but behind. All right. So it's kind of a supported, more restful dog with head up. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Yeah. So see how you are now after what you've done. Lifting the buttocks high, rolling the inner groins back. And then from there, start to come forward, bringing your buttocks forward. And so the groins are kind of behind the bolster, and the bolster is helping you to lift the groins up. So a little bit further back, Tori. Have the hands on the bricks. Yeah, so let yourself slide down the bolster if you're on top of it. So we do that sometimes too, but now I want you to kind of do it in a more restful way, but getting that lift here. Yeah, and then pressing the hands down and lifting navel, chest up, roll the shoulders back. It should feel good. Tailbone moving forward into the body, roll the shoulders back, lift the chest up, and stay there for a bit. Yeah, stay in there. So who's that? Trish, can you bring yourself all the way down? So your hands should be on bricks, not on the bolster. The bolster is there for the middle, for the groin area. Yeah, Michelle, looks good. Roll the shoulders back. And so can you really feel the lift there? So a little bit longer. All right, and then take yourself back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, into dog pose. Lift the buttocks high and back, inner groins moving back. All right, then you can come down. And now we are going to go into Adho Mukha Svanasana again. But we put the feet against the wall. Yeah. From here, you're going to take your feet together. And then from here, you're going to bend your right knee first, lifting it high, lifting the foot high up the wall. But you've got to remember that action of the crease of the buttock. Yeah, it's the same thing, except now the leg is high, so it's like split, but up of the wall. Yeah, and if you can walk in the hands closer, taking yourself close to the wall, but still, so you're not doing that. The hips are leveled. Yeah, and then coming down, feet apart, take a little rest here, and then the other side. Okay? Yeah, so this will be a bit exciting. Let's try. So first into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pressing both heels against the wall. Have your feet hip width apart. Yeah, pulling up the knees, taking the thighs back. So make your legs strong. And remember the action of the groins moving back. It's the same thing is happening there. And then from there, bring your feet together. And then we're going to bend your right knee and lift the foot high up on the wall. High up the wall. And so even though the thumb is not there in the crease of the buttock now, it would be tricky to do that. Imagine it is, yeah? So that the right crease of the buttock is moving from inside out at the back. And reach up through the heel, reaching up through your right heel. And the right leg is straight, it should not be bending. Yeah, reach up through the heel and keep it straight. Are the hips leveled now? That's the thing. And then if you are good, if you are more flexible, you can reach up through the heel more and maybe walk the hands close to the wall. Or maybe it's too much. So it's just see what you can do with your own body. Reach up through your right heel really well. All right, and then you can bend the knee and come down. Taking both feet into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take your feet apart. This is where you rest a little bit. If you walked your hands closer, take them away again. So come into normal Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then the other side. So bring your feet together. Do we need a rest? Some of you need a... Okay, I'll be nice to you. Bend your knees, come down, have a little rest in child pose. Come on. You're all looking at me like, yeah. Okay, and now nicely recharged, go back, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take your feet apart, hip width, even a little wider to start with. So remember, when you are wider with the feet, it's easier to take the groins back. That's what you want. You want the groins to be moving back, not forward. So inner knees are moving back. Imagine the imaginary hands just above the knees, taking your inner knees back. Okay, then from there, you're going to bend your left knee and reach up through your left heel towards the ceiling, but do not lift the hip. Yeah, imagine the thumb and the crease of the buttock, encouraging that hip to stay leveled, so that the crease of the buttock broadens from inside out. Keep the leg straight, and then if you can, reach up through the heel more, and then maybe walking the hands slightly closer towards the wall. Or maybe it's too much, so just see what you can do. Reach up, reach up, reach up, reach up. All right, and then you can come down. Okay. Okay, so let's do Prasarita Padottanasana first. So it's kind of you're a little bit of upside down, and then we do the final bit, right? So taking the feet apart, have your bricks ready. This is also a resting pose. Yeah, so heels out, toes in, and down on your bricks, rolling the shoulders back, taking the hands forward with the bricks first, lengthening, but keeping the buttocks right over the heels. Lifting the buttocks high, and again the groin area has to lift up now. Yeah, in this position, it's going back, back is the movement, not up, back. Then from there, if you can, take your hands in line with your feet, looking up with the chest, bending the elbows back and taking the head down. And if you need to support the head with something, then do. So make it restful by supporting the head. Keep the buttocks high. Elbows in, lean. Yeah, and hands are in line with your feet, even in line with the heels. And the groins, the inner groins are rolling straight back behind you. So again, it's the same thing. Yeah, just above the knees, the thighs, the inner thighs are moving back. All right. And then as you breathe in, come back, come forward and come up. And bend your knees, take your feet together. And we are going to sit down again in Bhavishta Konasana. First, just sitting on the blanket, whichever you need it, so either a square-ish or just a corner if you are low down. Okay. And have a break also. So this is how we started, remember? So again, the thighs are rolling from outside in, just above the knee, and you're on the very center of each heel, the toes pointing straight out. And then have the break. And the break is going to be along the inside of the left thigh first, because we are going to be turning to the right side. And you want to, so this is to bring awareness here so that you lengthen from the inner left groin towards the inner left knee along that break. Yeah, so watch for a moment. So you lift up and then pressing the hand in front of that break. And the leg, so the leg is going that way as you turn away from it. Yeah, now the knee is still rolling down. So really, really good turn. Yeah, let me do the other side first. And then the second time, we're going to do the full pose, stretching the arm up. And then coming towards the outer foot first, lengthening. And then lengthening. And then maybe forward more. Okay? Okay, but first the turn. So have the break at the ready. Take your left hand in front of it. And lengthen the left inner thigh from the groin towards the knee. Lift the chest up, navel chest is lifting. I'm catching hold of the blanket behind me with my right hand. As you inhale, lift the chest, and as we exhale, turning strongly to the right side. Lifting and turning. So you're widening the pelvis, but at the same time, from your left groin, extending to the left inner knee. Along that edge of that break. The inner knees are moving down. And you're heavy in your left buttock. And then inhale, come back to center. Have the break ready along the other thigh. Have your right hand in front of the break. And the thigh is moving from the groin towards the inner knee. And then take hold of the blanket with your left hand behind. As you inhale, lengthening. And as you exhale, then turning to your left side. Inhaling, lifting. Exhaling, turning, lifting. And turning. The inner knees are still moving down, or are they? And strongly turning. But at the same time, sit yourselves well in your right butt. And breathing in, come back to center. Same thing. Second side, so have the break along the inner left thigh. Yeah, so have the hand in front. Inhale, lifting, catching hold of your blanket behind you with your right hand. Lifting and turning, lift and turn, lift and turn. Turn really well. And now the full pose. So pressing your right fingertips somewhere along the outside of the leg. Inhale, stretching your left arm up. And as you exhale, reach to the outer foot. And if you can't reach, you can have your belt. Yeah. Still turning, still pressing your right hand down as you put your foot with your left hand, still turning. And then once you reach your way, take hold of the foot with both hands, lengthen and then elbows to the sides and forward. If that's too much, hold your belt. All right, and as you inhale, coming back to center. Navel chest lifting, have the break ready on the other side. One last time. Take your right hand in front of the break, take your left hand behind to the blanket. Inhale, navel chest is lifting. And as you exhale, you press the hand against the break. Begin to turn to your left side, inhaling, lifting. Exhale, turning, lifting, and turning. Lift and turn. Sit yourself well though in your right butt. As you breathe in, stretching your right arm to the ceiling, extend and lengthen. And as you breathe out, take hold of the outer left foot if you can. Yeah. Pressing your left fingers on the outside of the leg and still turning. And if that's too much, you have a belt around the foot. Yeah. And then catching hold of the foot with both hands if you can. Extending, lengthening through the chest, and then bending the elbows to the side, coming forward more. And if that's too much, have a belt around your foot. Then as we inhale, come back to center. And now we are coming to the very exciting bit at the end, where after all that preparation you've done, that was a preparation for your hanumanasana. Yeah, which is the sideways splits. And you just go to where you can go, right? So I don't want you to split yourselves open or anything. Right? So I said, let's have the bolster like this. And it would be a good thing to have something that slides like a blanket on your right side first, for the front leg. Yeah? And then, so let me show you. This is quite an interesting way to do it. There are different ways to get into it, but we are going to get into it from Upavishta Konasana. So you're going to come back into this Upavishta Konasana. Yeah, what we've been doing. And then lifting and again turning to the right side, lifting and turning as much as I can. Then I'm going to take hold of the bricks with both hands on the bricks. You can have them standing up, but be careful because they will be more wobbly. And then press it down. Don't think about this bit a little too, don't overthink it. But you're going to change direction. Yeah, so you're turning to the side, and then there you go. Yeah. So you're turning from forward to the side. But when you do that, so all that work we did with the crease of the bottom, that has to be here now. Yeah. Okay, so let's try that. Take your feet wide. Yeah, so inner knees are rolling down. Lift up, navel, chest lifting. And lift and begin to turn to the right side. So get hold of the bolster. Inhale, lift, exhale, turn. So with your left hand, it helps you to turn as you pull at the bolster. And then, so once you've turned as much as you can, take your hands to your bricks. So one is on each side of the front leg. And then you're going to do a hop up. And you're turning the back foot under. And turning the hips to the right side. And then sliding the front foot forward. So the front foot is kind of the brain of the pose. Yeah. And you want that crease of the back buttock to turn from inside out. So that actually we've been tirelessly working on throughout the whole class. It was for this pose to do well. And if one pose is not enough height, you can have something more if you have some blocks underneath maybe. Come on, show me your best now. Yeah, and you stay up higher and then slowly as you slide the front heel forward, see if you can go a little deeper into it in your own capacity. Don't overdo it, but give it your best because now you're you're well prepared for it. So have both hands, Stefania, on the bricks, pressing down and then turning the back. So the hips need to be level. That's the thing, you know. Shoulders back, Michelle, lift the chest. All right, and then come back to center. Upavishta Konasana, so you will need that blanket on the other side. And the bricks. For your leg. So you want the blanket underneath the front heel because it makes it more easy to slide. Alright, have the bricks ready for the side. You will find one side is probably easier than the other. But first, so the navel, chest is lifting, the inner thighs, inner knees are rolling down, not up. And then turning first to your left side, inhale, lift, exhale, turn, lifting, and turning, lifting, turning. And then take your hands to your bricks. And then lift yourself up slightly, do the hop in the back leg. And turning both hips to your left side, sliding the front hip, heel forward. And then, so the back crease again has to roll from inside out. The front leg is straight, but the back leg will bend. That's okay. It will bend slightly. But not too much. Yeah, extend through the back heel. Yeah, Liam, looks good. Michelle, good. Yeah, everyone will try, yeah. Good stuff. All right, and then come back to center. I'd love to do that one more time, but we won't because we are kind of running out of time. So I just want you to do one thing, and that is we're going to do Supta Bharangasthasana, which we haven't done. And you just again moving you in a different plane just to release after we're done. And you can have a bolster for the outside of the right leg, have a belt. So lying down, bending your right knee out. So this time you're just going to take the leg out to the side, not out, but just out. So again, you're moving in the sagittal plane because we've done a lot of to the front today. Yeah. But support the legs, so it's restful. So let's do that on both sides before we finish. Don't take the leg up. That's not what I want you to. I want you to take the leg straight out. So take your knee out and just take the leg straight up out to the side and have the leg supported with some bolster and just rest there for a moment. Broadening the abdomen from right to left. Just let yourself rest there. See how that feels now. All right, and then come back up so you can bend your knee, change sides, have the bolster ready for the other side. And so bending, you have your belt around your left foot. Bend your knee out to the side. And so broadening the abdomen now from left to right. All right, and then you can release, bend your knee, come onto the pose, and you can prepare for your well-deserved relaxation. Hopefully the back should be okay, but if there is any tightness, then you can have a bolster underneath your knees Otherwise, just lie down flat. It would be a good thing to have a bolster across the groins because of all that work we've done there in that area. Relaxation time. Well done, everyone. So just see first that you are aligned properly in a straight line, that the chin is down lower than the forehead, that you're on the very center of the back of the head, like in the shoulders under really well. And then just letting go. There is nothing more to do, and there is nothing left undone. Let the face become completely soft. There's no expression on the face whatsoever. Widening the space between the eyebrows. Soften the eyelids, let the eyes move down away from the eyelids, as if you had eyes at the back of the head, looking out through the darkness of the skull. Relax the jaws, the tongue, the throat. And the contact you have between the back body and the floor, from head to feet and feet to head, feeling all the touch points between the back body and the floor. The whole plane of the body on the floor all at once. And the breath out, softening the abdomen. Let it fall down towards the back. As you breathe out, soften the abdomen and just allow it to fall down like a soft parachute falling from the sky towards the earth. Allowing the whole front body fall down towards the back body. And just surrender, let go. More and more as you breathe out. I'm gonna finish with a poem by Rilke. I want to unfold. I don't want to stay folded anywhere, because where I am folded, there I am alive. And I want my grasp of things true before you. I want to describe myself like a painting that I looked at closely for a long time, like a saying that I finally understood, like the picture I use every day, like the face of my mother, like a ship that took me safely through the wildest storm of all. I want to unfold. I don't want to stay folded anywhere, because where I am folded, there I am alive. And I want my grasp of things true before you. I want to describe myself like a painting that I looked at closely for a long time, like a saying that I finally understood, like the picture I use every day, like the face of my mother, like a ship that took me safely through the wildest storm of all. With that, I'm going to leave you, my dears. I hope you have a lovely week and sleep, and see you all next week.